listen calling. I'll bet on myself, you keep stalling. I hear destiny and it's calling. I'll keep my head up high through the downs and lows, and we're all going life. Still nobody knows, but I'ma choose what's right and take what comes and goes. And ain't no one in life holding me back no more.
Fuck you, especially PJ.
Let's see if I can get myself situated. Oh, that's not gonna work. I'll just have to hold this. You guys, I keep forgetting my phone holder thingamaboppy, and so basically, I'm just gonna have to hold the phone. How's everybody doing today? What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? Yeah, that sucks. I don't like that. I might just have to go like this. Hold on, you guys. I'll get it eventually. Woo! I just flopped upside down. Sorry, guys. How's everybody doing today? Please push 1 in the chat if you can hear me okay. Hey, Jax. Hey, Crazy Nurse. Hey, Smiley Stories World. Good to see you. You do know you're on the island, right? So you got to have all your peeps come out tonight for the show just to make sure that you're not messed with tonight. I don't think you're in danger of anything. You've got a pretty good set of people behind you. I didn't even hear a vote to kick you as of yet, I don't think, but we're only on episode 3. So definitely want to make sure you got your peeps there to back you up to make sure that you're not, getting votes to be kicked, because it's been surprising. And hey, Big Rod, hey, Groovy Gal, Coco, good to see you, Turtle Talk, Melanie, Mayor. You guys are awesome. Oh my God, look at how many of you guys just jumped in here. And I wasn't even really prepared to talk about much. I saw JLR's live currently about Tiny Tony, and I'm not going to be able to call him anything except for Tiny Tony. Yeah, he's going to go live probably after me. I think he jumped in the shower, but he's probably going to cover something of that nature. But yeah, he's going to go over that. And thanks for sending that, because I forgot all about it. But yeah, we're still going to discuss Sebastian Rogers as much as we can. He's the 15-year-old teenage boy that went missing from Henderson, Tennessee. And we are, just not going to let that go just because there's some effery afoot. That's me being kind. But I noticed last season of Turtle Island, actually not last season, last episode of Turtle Island, that we had a bunch of people asking a bunch of questions. And when I'm in there, I can't really explain or type out too much to explain what actually is going on. And there's a lot of people that really don't even know what Turtle Island is about. And so I just wanted to come up here real quick while I'm at my lunch break before my food gets here to let you guys know kind of what it is, how it works, how you play, because, you don't want to wake up one morning and realize you forgot that Turtle Island was on and then find out your favorite player's been kicked off the island. That's a no-go. But, basically, in order to, oh Lord, Amanda, that person is really irrelevant. I'm sorry. I don't want to say anything negative about anybody because I truly don't know anybody like that that's posting stuff like that towards us. But if I had to give you my opinion, she seemed to have had a crush and had her feelings hurt, and now she's just documenting everything she wants to document based on an ex-girlfriend's it just sounds stupid to say out loud. I'm sorry. I wouldn't pay any of that any mind. You're a grown lady, so you do what you need to do, but ultimately it's kind of silly to even pay any attention to it or look at any of it. I mean, a lot of it's focused on stuff that's from 2-3 years ago before um, me and Dolly Vision got together and started dating, and so it's just stuff that's been living in the past, and basically, um, yeah. But we don't really pay attention to any of that. It's kind of ridiculous. I'm 41 years old. I don't have that much time in my life to go through anything like that and to pay attention to any of that. But hey, Starcasm, good to see you. I actually got lunch today on you. Thank you so much for the other day. I had suffered some extreme rib cage aches ever since the stream we were in, where it was like so funny. I came over there and I was not expecting to laugh my butt off. Like I lost at least 5 pounds that day. I really did, because I was laughing so hard, and it's like every time I would catch my breath, it would be like I would start laughing hysterically yet again. Thank you, Jax. You rock. Thank you so much. You guys are awesome. We really have some of the best people that follow us and our members and subs, and even the haters aren't bad, really. It's just, I guess they say that once you get I wouldn't say clout, fame, popularity, not really. I don't even know what to call it. But once you get a little bit bigger, you start to see that there's people that dislike you, and then they go out of their way to, post things and say things that are not pleasant. So it is what it is. It comes with the territory. Hey, Shay, good to see you. I hope you're feeling better. I know you hadn't been feeling good. I hope you're doing better. But okay, so I wanted to go over Turtle Island. For those of you guys who has played Turtle Island before, I know some of you guys have been on Turtle Island, Huntress. And yeah, it's fun. It's a really fun game show that Dolly Vision created before I was with him, but it is made a lot by me as far as like the game changers. And I'll explain that. I'm already getting ahead of myself. Basically, let's see. Tennessee Justice Department officials, wake up, show some respect for this young man. Sebastian needs help. Right, man. Like, how does a kid just vanish and we all just have to get the notification that he's vanished? And then they're like, hey, let's help and get the word out he's vanished. Here's the flyers. Here's the locations on where you can come help. And then it's like 3 months later and we're like, now what? And nobody's given us anything. As for now what? We got nothing. But, ultimately we want to see this kid found. And so we're going to continue to talk about it, whether it's their bad behavior of their parents or the spokespeople, whatever that even means at this point. PR for me means privates revealer. So it wasn't me. Have you did not play but watch? Yes. It is a good time. It kind of gives us a way to have some fun within true crime, because true crime can be really mentally exhausting sometimes. And so it's really important to take the time. For me, usually it's just living real life and going out and doing things that are real world. But with Turtle Island, it can help alleviate some of the stress from true crime online, because you get to just change topics. You get to do certain things that you typically, like, it would be frowned upon to call a content creator that has a call-in show and tell them how much you hate one of the content creators that you're complaining about. Know what I mean? It's like, hey, I want to kick the heck out of this person off this imaginary island because I hate them. Helena, thank you. Thank you so much. I actually have anxiety sometimes when it's, my anxiety is mainly health related. And so I don't know if it's from laughing so hard or if it's from like heartburn or what, but it's like right in here. It's been aching so bad. Yesterday, I actually chewed up aspirin. And I mean, I'm 41 years old. I don't have any history of any heart related anything. But I was an EMT. And so I instantly go to, oh my God, I have chest pain. Oh my God, I must be dying. And that, do you see how irrational that is? That sounds ridiculous, but that's where my body goes. That's where my brain goes. Good job, Starcasm. Thank you for becoming a new member. You rock. So, basically Turtle Island, there's about 29, I want to say maybe 30 contestants. We keep adding new ones and then we keep subtracting ones that we don't like. and I never changed the numbers when I updated the sheet. So it's basically saying that we have 32, but I know we got rid of 3 and then we got rid of 2 more. So who the heck knows how many people are on the island? It's kind of themed or centered around like a survivor type of scenario or game. And there's a lot of people on the island. Sorry, I keep moving this phone. I need to really remember to bring my stand because really this is stupid that I'm holding my phone up. What? Hide current comments. I'm sorry. Yeah, it's okay now. See, my thing too with my anxiety is that I can tell myself that it's nothing, and as long as I don't harp on it or hyper focus on it, I can kind of get past it. But the second that I allow it to sit in my brain for a lot, like even a little bit longer than it should, the second I can go spiraling. Jax, thank you so much. Anybody that got a membership from Jax, please tell him thank you. That is so awesome of you. Thank you so much. I do the same things, especially when you work in the medical field and am a caregiver for my mom. You know what? I'm going to turn this camera off for a second. I want to see if I have my deception deck. I don't. I just really thought about it. I don't think I have it. Anyways, I'm going to turn this off so I don't have to. Actually, no. You know what? I'm gonna keep it on. F it. Working in the medical field and I'm a caregiver for my mom. You know how much that makes it. Yes. And that's great of you to do. Your mom's lucky to have you there for that. I basically thought that it would be a good thing for me to get into healthcare because I had health anxiety for a really long time. And I thought, well, maybe if I know what's happening or why it's happening, maybe that'll help me. And it does. Like, it really does. Because I can have a symptom and then I can instantly tell myself, okay, you're not having this symptom or that symptom or this or that, and therefore you're fine. But there's times where I can have a symptom and I'm like, okay, this is a different pain that I've had before, and what if, and then I can spiral. But I actually haven't had really that many issues in a really long time. So I'm blessed. I can't complain. I'm not here to complain. And so basically, how do you get what? Free gifted memberships? I do too. I take that at nighttime also, and that helps a little bit, I think. But at the same time, when you have a legitimate ache, which, like I said, I don't know if this is from just my laughing for an hour straight or if this is from something that I ate, because it's relatively, in the same area that it would be if I had a stomach issue. But it doesn't help because it's a continuous. And so I've chewed aspirin, which if it's a stomach issue, that's not going to help. And then I've also taken an anxiety medicine that I had like as an emergency, which I never do that because my emergency, really, I didn't see that. I saw that it was on iOS, and I thought that was just a link to where you can buy it. But those of you guys that don't know, Deception Detective, his channel is amazing. He breaks things down in the stories that we're following, and he actually shows certain things that some of these people are saying out of their own mouth and basically translates it for us so that we know what it's about or why they're saying it or why it's problematic that they're saying it. Big Rob, thank you so much. Oh, that's so sweet. Thank you. I appreciate that so much. Thank you. And so basically, I was laughing so hard. That's why I just thought of it today. Cause like I said, it happened yesterday and we went to go get dinner and me and Jimmy are driving back in the truck and I don't want to be the girl that's always got issues or that feels like, I'm freaking out for no reason or like something hurts. And so I instantly want to go to a doctor. I don't want to be that person. And so I'm sitting there just quiet. And he's like, what's wrong with you? Cause I'm never quiet. For anybody that knows me in real life, I'm not a quiet person. I'm not quiet. So if you're with me and for some reason I'm being extra quiet, you probably should check my temperature. But so he's like, what's wrong? I'm like, I don't know. It kind of hurts when I take a deep breath, and I might chew this aspirin because, like, I might be dying. And he's like, "You're not dying." And he gets this way about him, and it's super cute. I mean, you guys don't even know. I'm not gonna bore you with the mushiness, but I'm like, if I die, just know I had a great life. Like, because and you never really know when it's your time, and when you're in that state of mind. Well, at least when I am, I'm like, the fear of death has always been my issue as for like my irrational fears and my anxiety. And so I have kind of overcome that by telling myself, if it's meant to be, it's going to be. If I'm meant to die, I'm gonna, regardless of what I do or say or whatever. And so it's like, I just kind of, I don't know. I just said, if I die, I've had a great life, and I thank you, whatever. And he looked at me like, yeah, are you retarded? Are you slow? What's wrong with you? And I'm just sitting there like, I don't know. I have anxiety. It hurts in my side. And he's like, it's probably something you ate. So I was thinking like, yeah, I did eat, something from Wawa. I usually don't. And it was kind of spicy. So like that made sense. But today, when I was sitting at my desk doing my work, I was like, I did laugh for a straight hour, fall out my chair, pick myself back up, hit my elbow on the way up. Like, laughter is the best medicine, but laughter sucks when your rib cage hurts. Like, it literally feels like I've got a punctured lung. Oh, God. Panic attacks are very real, not fun. You're more than welcome. Jax, can you drop the membership link, please? Whew, I got behind in chat there for a second. And you're right, we do, because there's times where he has it, and I really understand what it is, and so I'm not, judging, or I'm not rushing to get out the door or rushing to do something we had planned on doing, because I know firsthand that I'm like, well, when I was like this, or when I had issues like this, there's always people that have asked me, what's wrong with you, or let's go, hurry up and rush me. And that's not helpful at all. And so it's like we balance each other out, and it works really well. Hey, Pittsburgh nurse, good to see you. Good to see you. You guys are awesome. I always feel like there's just so much support here, and I just truly feel loved. Everybody just has always usually something great to say, or positive. Hi, I love you. Thanks for being here. And it's basically just, but let me get back to Turtle Island. So when I noticed last episode, it's like there's not many people that know how to play the game. And I know we got a lot of new subs over time here in the last couple months, and I don't really get the ability to tell you guys while the game is going, because it's pretty crazy. And everybody in the chat's always like, oh my God, poor PJ, and she's having to keep up with all this craziness. And I always tell you guys in the chat, and I don't think you ever see it, so I'm going to say it here, but I'm part of the chaos that's been invented with Turtle Island. Like, I'm the one that's thrown in all the crazy cards, or all the game changers, or where you get to add certain things that are on the cards where it makes it seem like it's extra chaotic. That's me. And even though I sometimes have anxiety, I literally thrive and do better in chaos. It's the weirdest thing, but hence why, the EMT thing worked for me. I liked being in a situation where I didn't have time to stop and think like, oh no, this is an emergency situation. It's always just been, all right, this person's dying, you got to go. And then you run out the door. Sometimes, with my anxiety, I would think that I was going to be the patient next, but hey, it worked out. I'm not dead. Everybody was not harmed in the making of my EMT career. But so back to Turtle Island again, squirrel. What happens in Turtle Island is the first couple of episodes, which are over now, you guys get to kind of help pick the cast. And basically what that means is that we took super chats of $10 for votes of people to get added onto the island, and then we also take call-ins. So what that means is that every episode of Turtle Island, you can call in one time, and you can vote for your person that you want to kick off the island, or you want to save from being kicked off the island. And a lot of people hate being mean to other people. So a lot of episodes, it's like it feels like it gets to be a bunch of people calling in, trying to be extra nice and trying to save all their favorite people that they watch, which it's understandable. But that's where we throw in the game changers, and there is different ways to add to be able to vote. One way is to do a $10 super chat. Okay, so what that means is that $9.99 or $10 even will get you one additional vote for the person you choose, and you could do that unlimited number of times. So let's say, who's on Turtle Island right now? I was, but I felt like it was kind of a conflict of interest since I am kind of partial owner of the island. I decided to remove myself, and a lot of people were upset with that, but I don't really think that it would have been productive for anybody. But I was really definitely really honored that I got picked to be up there. But right now, let's say Bombshell. Okay, so let's say I want Bombshell to win, and she's my favorite, and I want to vote for her. Let's say I called in already. So I talked to Dolly. I said, "Hey, my name is PJ. I'm calling from Virginia, and I want to vote to keep Bombshell on the island." And he'll say, "Why? Why do you want to keep Bombshell on the island?" And I'm gonna say, "Because of the way she said Jimmy." That's just one thing, an example. But once I'm done doing that, I can then go back into the chat and I can vote however many times that I want in a super chat, $10 each. So let's say I do $50 in a super chat. I will have given Bombshell 5 additional votes, because $10 a piece, to keep her. So after my participation, she would have had 6 total votes to keep her on the island, right? Okay, those add up though, because a lot of people I see are trying to keep up with the numbers and the scores and whatever else. And there's some people that are very popular on the show, and so they're going to get a lot of either kick votes or votes to save. Like last week, we had a couple people really wanting to go after T-Rev757. I don't know what he did, but it's almost like he upset some people to where he was getting voted off. But he's a pretty decent sized channel, and so T-Rev757 actually had people calling and voting in super chats to keep him and to kick him. And so it added up to where he just slid by the teeny tiny hair of what was left of Turtle Island to stay onto the shell. He was literally holding on to the back toe of the turtle from being removed off the island. I'm not following. Thank you, Bonnie, for becoming a member. And thank you, Helena, for becoming a member. You guys are awesome. So then there's the PayPal apps, either PayPal, Cash App, or Venmo. You can actually do a vote in any of those 3 apps as well. And the perk of doing it that way is we're not subjected to the 30% that YouTube takes, and therefore one vote is $5, but we're doing $10 minimum. So if you send $10 to Cash App, PayPal, or Venmo for Jimmy Jams, which those links are usually posted during the stream. But if you send $10, you got to make sure you include a note, and you got to make sure that you tag me while the chat is going and let me know, hey, I had 2 votes for Bombshell, is what I would say if I was the participant and I'm giving you the example. See what I mean? Or you can get an egg, which eggs are consistent of a few different possibilities, okay? And what happens when you get an egg? You send $25 to Cash App, PayPal, or Venmo, and then you have to tag me and tell me, hey, I got an egg on PayPal, or hey, I got an egg on Cash App. And sometimes I don't see it right away, so you really have to kind of harass me about it and mass tag me to make sure I see it. And then also, he's going to be looking at his pay apps throughout the stream to see, hey, I suddenly have 3 pop up, so he'll also stop to acknowledge the eggs. And so this is what I was talking about the part of the game that I've done or steered up or made chaotic. What happens once we recognize that you do have an egg, we do verify that you did purchase an egg, we will pull out a random card that's been shuffled and put into the egg, and he shuffles it on stream and whatever. So then once you get the card pulled, for your $25, you're going to instantly get 3 votes. So it's kind of equivalent to like the $10 a piece for 1 vote that you would have paid if you had paid through Super Chat. It's just a little bit extra because a lot of times you're getting a lot more than just the 3 votes. Like, here's an example. This says strip all immunity. So this episode for tonight, we have JLR and Huntress. Huntress is here in the chat. She knows how this game works. She's been a part of the chaos. She's actually quite good at handling the chaos. But if I had bought an egg today and I had gotten this card, Huntress and JLR would have had their immunity stripped. And then I would have had plus 3 votes that I could add to save Bombshell. Does that make sense? I'm not even following the chat. I'm asking you guys questions. I want the vote for Trump. Oh my God, yes. I meant to clip that and I forgot all about it. Thanks for reminding me of that because I really want to clip that. As you guys see, I'm kind of starting to clip some of the stuff I've seen from Jimmy's channel from back in the day. That's really funny. See? I don't want to show you all my good cards I just made. I made up new ones that nobody's seen before. And then I was asking people if they had suggestions on what to put on cards. Hi, Jennifer and Victoria and Cinnabee. I seen you comment and I read your comment, but I didn't officially say hi. Penny Riddle, good to see you. Oh my God, how did I get so backed up on this chat, you guys? Pac-Man, good to see you. Granny Bassmaster, I love you, Granny. That is why I sent you administrative support. Thank you. Yes, because my ribs, man, I really thought, I don't know what I thought. And I totally forgot I did that. Hey, Jesse, good to see you here. Thanks for being here. I was watching the Karen Reed case, so I kind of had to peel myself away to come up here and do a stream. But I really thought it was important, and I really wanted to let you guys know, even for others to maybe kind of come back to this video that have questions, because I saw a lot of people really don't know about Turtle Island, and I think it would be a lot more fun if we all at least knew how to play the game. That way we could all participate and play the game, right? Let me see if I can find a different card to show you guys what the examples of the cards are. What did I do now? I didn't know if it was me because of my Cash App name. No, that really wasn't you. I don't know. Man, instant safety. We had this one last time. It's basically, and this is not immunity, okay? This is where we got a little bit confused. In an episode, usually you have a couple of people that had immunity because in the beginning of the episode, we're looking at the people from last episode that got immunity cards or that there's an Easter egg caller every show. They get to pick someone with immunity. So when you start the show, there's usually 2 people at least that have immunity. And so within the first couple of minutes to an hour, you know, you can instant safety this episode card, which is not the immunity, because if you know, the immunity card can be stripped. So if you draw the egg card and it says to strip all immunity, everybody that has immunity is now fair game. You can vote them off the island. Okay, but if you get this instant safety for the episode, that actually means that you're safe. Your safety can't be revoked. Your safety can't be removed. You're safe for the entirety of this episode. So this is a big, big, big card last season that Bombshell's members and followers, they like to get that card because she would be saved, and then it would be, man, I'm thinking this season it's going to be tough to be Bombshell, man. She was almost impossible to even play with. It was like we were getting people that were getting 50 votes, which is usually a lot from prior seasons, and then her and her hardcore fans, man, they came in and it was like 150 votes, and I'm just like, holy crap. It just keeps getting better. Oh, I don't know about that. I'm sorry. The Apple users usually have to have a different link that they need in order to post. Well, we would need to post it for them to be able to utilize it. I don't have that pulled up right at this moment. Yeah, see, that's exactly why I did it because I saw so many different people saying that. And I'm like, well, I don't have the ability to explain it. And then on the Dolly Vision channel and even on the Uncensored channel, there's a lot of people that are haters. And I say that loosely. Um, they basically get really upset when everybody around them is succeeding and they're not. And this is a broad term for a lot of the different channels that are haters. Um, they basically are threatening to strike the Turtle Island episodes, claiming that it's gambling of some sort, which doesn't even make any sense. And so that's why some of the Turtle Island episodes went into being on members only, because we just don't want to have any of the platforms that we are on removed due to these people because we're not doing anything wrong. But sometimes when you have like 1,500 people all reporting something, the system may attempt to take it down, and then you just have to really fight to get it back. But we would always get it back. It's just the whole mess of it. It's ridiculous. Anyways, I'm not going to give them any more joy than I've given them today, but that's why I'm doing it here on my channel, because you're not the only one that was very confused, didn't know all the rules all the way. And I think it's important so that we can all play the same game. We all know all the rules. We all know how to play, what to do to play it, and that kind of thing. First time you said hi. Hey, Victoria. I'm sorry. That was the first time. You guys rock. 104 likes. I had a video the other day that had 1,000 likes. I almost freaking cried. I cannot even believe. I've been on YouTube for a long time. I usually just utilize the platform when I feel like I have a message or I have something important that the masses might need to hear from me. But I've been trying to do a little bit more with it just because I don't want to take over the Dolly Vision platform. I've heard a lot of people say they enjoy me there with him, but then I've heard a lot of people say that it's his show and why am I talking and stuff like that, But so I figured if I got what I wanted to say out sometimes on my panel or my show, then, it'll alleviate me wanting to talk every time he's live. But either way, probably just pulled a muscle. Right. It felt different and it felt weird and like, I don't even know how to freaking explain it, but I instantly in my head, and before when I actually had actual panic attacks that don't go away, I would have already spiraled down that mountain. Like I was able to actually stop myself, and I don't like to say the fact that, I was with Jimmy that helped, but it really did. And that's not really healthy either to utilize each other as a crutch. But I mean, it's like we kind of balance each other out. It helps to have him around because I don't really feel like, I don't know. I felt like I wasn't going to die. And it was the first thing that came to my mind that I was going to die because that's how my anxiety and panic has always worked in the past. But other than that, we're good. We're alive. Scroll up to my chat. We need answers. Oh, Lord. What did I miss? Put stop signs. I was just talking and then I completely, oh, you're saying this. I don't know how to fix that. Plus it's okay. I mean, if people can't member up right now, it's okay. It's not that big of a deal. We'll figure it out next time. I didn't really even plan to be up here. I just kind of, like I said, having the next episode coming up tonight, I wanted to make sure that I got all of this out so the people that really want to play know how to play and we can have a good time again, because it's kind of hard to keep up with chat when half of the chat is like, what does that mean? Or how do I do this? Or what's that about? Or, so Irish badass. She needs to post an Apple link for memberships. Yeah, I do. And I don't know where I have it at the moment. Plus, if I exit out, it'll take me out of the stream and then I have to come back in, and I only have like 3 minutes. My food got delivered already, probably. Oh my God, I didn't even realize I was this far back in the chat. Woo! Lord, what in the world? Where's Miss Ann? I didn't see Miss Ann. Miss Ann, don't be taking your thongs off. Oh, there's Miss Ann. Why are people just so mean and not I truly don't know. I really don't. Honestly, I couldn't think of somebody that I claim to hate for that long of a period of time. Like, there's people that are still tagging along behind Dolly Vision and have hated or just been nasty for like 2 years. And I'm like, after 2 years, if you haven't found a different hobby or something else to do or stalk, and you're still like adamantly that angry over something from 2 years ago, I don't know what to tell you. I got 4 minutes. Let me see if I can catch up to chat. Holy and should keep count. Yeah, that's what I was getting at actually. I'm glad you say that because okay, this is what is also hard about the game and how it's played is a lot of people want to keep count of everything, and that's fine. But if you're able to get all the way to the end, and let's say it's episode 20, I don't even know how many episodes there were, but let's just say it's 20, and we're on almost the last one. Like there's 22 total, because that's my favorite number. But we're on episode 20, and let's say Miss Ann, for example. I'm not trying to pick on Miss Ann, but let's say Miss Ann. She's counted all of the votes so far, all the call-ins, all of the votes that came in on Cash App, PayPal, and all of the votes from the eggs. She's got it all. She could technically calculate the probability based on who the fans are for each contestant that's left and determine what she would need to do in order to have the person she wants to win. Whether it's do a last minute 10 count vote within the 5 last minutes of the show, or have someone send a PayPal behind the scenes that everybody's not going to see. Therefore, that would push them over to win. Or it's like people claim that we don't play fairly, but then they're not the ones that are playing the game. And the reason that there is some anonymity, is that the word? Some secretive votes, which those are the ones that come in for the $10 for 2 votes to Cash App, PayPal, or Venmo. That is the way that it's done, and that is simply due to us being able to make it a little bit more fun so that you're not already guessing who's going to win or who has the votes or who has the numbers. Most of the time during the show, you can clearly tell who's winning and who's got more votes than the other person. Like last show, I don't think Smiley was in here. I don't think she had a single vote for her to save her or to kick her. So at the end of the game, nobody was like, oh no, I hope Smiley doesn't go, because they saw and listened, there wasn't a single vote. Now, there could have been a vote cast behind the scenes in PayPal, and it could have been possible for that vote to have been a high amount with a decent amount of kicks. There was not, and there won't be, because Smiley's pretty awesome. I don't think she's got haters like that quite yet. But that would be where after the show, it would be like, oh, guys, here's the winner, and here's who's going home. Drum rolls, please. And then it's like, so we didn't expect this. And then he's announcing, and he's like, Smiley, you're going home. And then everybody's like, what? How? And it's like, well, a certain person voted behind the scenes in PayPal and had 22 votes in their votes, which that would be a lot of money, because for $10, you get 2 votes if you do it through PayPal, Cash App, or Venmo. So it's simply being done that way just so that you're not able to fully follow, because like I said, you wouldn't really have fun if you could follow along the entire game and guess who was going to be the winner at the end. That's why I have these crazy cards I've thrown in, because like I said, that you never know. The game changers on these cards, I'm doing them up this time. And hopefully, if you guys have any suggestions for those, please join the Facebook group if you haven't already. And if you're not in there, when you hit to join, make sure you answer the questions. The automated bot doesn't pick you up or accept you if you don't answer questions. I won't accept you if you don't simply say, I don't know, or something to answer the question. But once you get added to that group, I posted today asking for if anybody had any suggestions on what to put on the cards that go in the eggs. I just flew them all over the car. And on that note, it's 1 o'clock. I got to go back to work. You guys are awesome. Hopefully I'll get to read the rest of this chat here soon once I go sit down and eat my lunch. And see you guys tonight on Turtle Island. I believe I pinned the location of the channel. It's on Dolly Uncensored, and it is going to be a lot of fun, you guys. I promise. Let's see if I can do an outro.
And for the first time in a long time, I'm alright. I've seen a lot of change, been through a lot of pain. Some things are not the same as they were a year ago, but all will be okay. I move on each and every day. The past is where it stays, way back a year ago.
Bicycle.